Before I get into today's video, I've got a giveaway. I'm going to give away a set of brand new Unicorn Code darts 21 grams. I'll choose a winner on Thursday 19th June, and the winner will be announced and pinned on this video. To enter, ensure you do the following. 1. Subscribe to the channel, and 2. Like and comment on this video. Good luck. They'd just made history. Daryl Gurney and Josh Rock stood side by side, holding the trophy that had eluded them and their nation for years. Northern Ireland were finally World Cup of Darts champions, but instead of just smiles, handshakes and champagne, Daryl Gurney opened his mouth and dropped one of the weirdest, most brutally honest confessions darts fans had ever heard on a live mic. What he said had people gasping, laughing, and feeling a bit queasy. This wasn't just a post-match interview, it was a full-blown viral moment. Hit that like button if you love raw, unfiltered sports moments, and let us know in the comments if this is the most bizarre darts victory quote you've ever heard. Because this one, it's wild. The 2025 World Cup of Darts final was pure chaos. Northern Ireland, Daryl Gurney and Josh Rock had stormed into the final with energy, precision and passion. They weren't just playing darts, they were playing for pride. Their opponents? Austria, a solid team, talented, dangerous. But Rock and Gurney weren't going to let this moment slip. The atmosphere was electric. Frankfurt was bouncing, but with the title on the line, something strange started to happen. As the match dragged on, Gurney's composure started to crack, and it wasn't nerves, it was something worse. Later, in the post-match interview, the truth came out. Standing there, smiling, drenched in sweat, holding the biggest trophy of his career, Daryl Gurney looked straight into the camera and said, "I'm not being bad, but when I was going for that double five, my hand was shaking so much I ended up pissing myself." Yes, you heard that right. He didn't stumble over his words, he didn't laugh it off. He owned it. The guy just admitted on live TV, in front of millions, that the pressure was so intense, he literally lost control of his body. And no, he wasn't joking. Josh Rock's face said it all. A mix of awkward grin and pure disbelief. He looked like he wanted to laugh and cringe at the same time, and the reaction online? Immediate chaos. Twitter exploded. Some fans couldn't stop laughing. Others said it was the most honest moment in darts history. Memes popped up within minutes. One fan posted a slow-mo replay with the caption, "When your nerves take over, literally." Another commented, "Gurney just made every pub player on the planet feel seen." But let's rewind for a second, because there's a reason this moment hit so hard. This wasn't just a player being crude for attention. This was Gurney bearing his soul. No filter, no PR polish. Just raw honesty from a man who'd waited years for this exact moment. Remember, Daryl Gurney's career hasn't been smooth. He's had massive wins and crushing lows. He's been written off more times than we can count. So when he stepped up in that final, all that pressure, years of critics, near misses and disappointment boiled over. And his body literally couldn't handle it. It wasn't just a quote, it was the truth about pressure, nerves and what it really takes to win. And what made it even more legendary, he didn't regret saying it. In later interviews, Gurney doubled down. He even joked that he might need to bring spare trousers next time. This wasn't some PR nightmare. This was a full-on personality moment. And it made fans love him even more. Because in a world where most athletes give robotic interviews filled with cliches, Gurney reminded everyone that sports are messy, and sometimes they get a little too real. Josh Rock, for his part, was the perfect contrast. Calm, focused and emotional in a different way. While Gurney was giving the most memorable quote of the tournament, Rock was wiping away tears, overwhelmed by the moment. He'd just won his first major title. At only 23 years old, he'd helped make history for Northern Ireland. Together, their celebration was the perfect blend of unfiltered joy and total chaos. And fans couldn't get enough. Let's talk legacy. Before this win, Northern Ireland had never lifted the World Cup. They'd come close, they'd had legends, but never the crown. Now, thanks to Rock's fire and Gurney's grit, and let's be honest, his shocking confession, they're etched into darts history forever. And the Gurney quote? It's already been called one of the most memorable lines in darts broadcast history. People are asking, was this the best post-match moment since Eric Bristow told the world he invented winning? It's that iconic. But here's the real question. Did Gurney say what every player feels, but no one ever admits? We all know what pressure can do. Sweaty palms, shaky hands, racing heart. But how many pros will admit that it almost cost them control of their own body? That kind of honesty, it breaks the mold. And maybe that's why the quote went so viral. It wasn't polished. It wasn't rehearsed, it was human. And in a sport that's becoming more commercial, more polished and more brand-driven every year, Daryl Gurney gave us a reminder of what darts is really about. So what's next? Can Northern Ireland build on this momentum? Will rock become the next dominant force in the sport? And will Gurney, now a viral sensation, land into the spotlight or pull back into his usual underdog role? One thing's for sure, no one's forgetting that moment anytime soon. It's already become part of World Cup folklore. The night Northern Ireland rose, and Gurney went full pub legend on live TV. Drop a comment below. Was this one of the most honest sports moments you've ever seen, or just a bit too much info? And don't forget, hit subscribe for more darts drama, behind the scenes chaos and stories the cameras don't always show. We've got more viral moments, rivalries and revelations coming soon. Because darts isn't just about who hits 180, it's about what happens when the pressure hits back. Like, comment and subscribe for more outrageous darts moments, emotional wins, and real stories from the world's maddest sport. New videos every day. You won't want to miss a single one.